ready?
Yes.
And don't go into your place of comfort. So, that's what we learned the first couple of days with supplying power. Doesn't have space, so I remove it. So we need to get into people's heads. And the control system is slowly growing. I don't know how I'm going to implement this, how I'm going to measure. I love the metaphor of the steering wheel, because as a baby and everyone is steering. So yeah, culture is really important and we shape it by how we reward them. I love to take visual notes because it helps me to understand and abstract what I learn. So by combining things into abstractions, into visual abstractions, I can create the whole image of what happens in a session. And at the end, I can look at the image and I see the connections. And I use visual language I learned from comics, from art, things which we have already in our brains to make it strong, to have the key points visualized. And to come back to the beginning, well, I just enjoy it. At the end, when I look at it, I feel like I've learned something. I see the connections, especially the connections which I find important. And later on, when I forget about it, I can take the drawing out, and through these small or sometimes humorous remarks on the notes, everything comes back. In a way, it's a great way to tell a story because it's visual and people see the connections. It's like a two-edged sword. Sometimes I overwhelm people with too much information. So I think what I learned also during these days is that I need to be careful, or whenever we communicate, we need to be careful how much communication do we really share, and also to take it apart. So yes, it helps a lot to see the connections, but whenever you communicate, you need to think about the audience and who is in front of you. But I would always go for a visual. So I really encourage everyone to take a pen in his hand and to overcome that fear that it doesn't look good. It's not about how it looks, it's really what you get out of it and what other people get out of it, because you open up and you expose your inner world to other people, and this helps create connections. So good luck to everyone. Enjoy, and it was great meeting you all.
You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off